to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show with, in my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong? And now the news. Caesar's Legion continues to fortify its position in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope and the nearby town of Novak. In addition, traders from California are being turned away from Mojave Outpost, where the NCR is concerned about dangers along Nipton Highway and I-15. Today's headlines were brought to you by Prim. Prim, the other New Vegas. And now, I'd like to play one of my very favorite songs for you.
An NCR welcome to you. If you're looking to join up, head on by the embassy.
Glad you're with us.
Nice job out there.
Good to see a friend of our government. Things are getting stranger every day.
Let's see what you got. Let's distribute the weight.
Welcome to Jacobstown, human. You're free to walk around. Just don't stare at the Nightkin. They don't like people looking at them. And if you're NCR, keep it to yourself. They're not popular around here. Nightkin suffers schizophrenia from the stealth boys they're always using. One of the reasons I settled Jacobstown was so they could be cured. While they're in town, the Nightkin aren't allowed to have stealth boys, so their craziness doesn't get worse. Trouble is, the Nightkin don't like being visible either. They don't take being exposed too well. A lot of bad blood between super mutants and humans. Goes back years. Some here still got the scars and memories. Me? I don't really have a problem with the NCR. Set their sights a little too high sometimes, but they try. Legion? That's another story. Kaisar thinks he can change human nature. Most of the Legion is following Kaisar, not Kaisar's ideals. When he's gone, it'll crumble. Might not happen overnight. Might take a few decades, but it'll happen. Basic human nature. Greed, ambition, jealousy. We'll see to it. They expand. Fast. If you got land they want, they'll take it. Eventually. Did it out west? They'll do it here. They keep rolling over people. They'll regret it. That's how revolutions start. Seen them grow from a single town, Shady Sands, into the Republic. They've done good for the most part. Not really. Heard it's a paradise in the wasteland. Never been there myself. Doubt they'd let a mutant in. Amazes me people would come from all over the waste to throw away everything they've got in that town. All right. Such as? Was a resort pre-war. I renamed it to Jacobstown after an old friend. died a long time ago. I figured us mutants needed a place to call our own. Town's far enough away from humans so they don't bother us much. One of these days I'm hoping we can trade with the rest of the wasteland. No more fighting, just get along. Bighorners. Good eating. And we can trade the hides. Got a lot of wild ones around here, so it's easy to restock the herd. Was part of a super mutant army. Ran a town, walked the wasteland with the tribal. Now I'm here. Long story, so here's the short version. The Master created the super mutants and Nightkin. The Master thought he could unify everyone. No more differences, no more war. It didn't end well. Town was Broken Hills. Bunch of super mutants, humans, and ghouls all living together peacefully. Well, most of the time. We were looking for a Gek to save the village of Arroyo. Eventually, we did. Nuked an oil rig in the process. We went separate ways after that. I went east into the Rockies, looking for other mutants like myself. Don't know what happened to my friend. I got a feeling it turned out all right in the end. All right. Same as any civilized town. Don't start any fights or steal anything. We'll treat you fair. Not a lot to ask. See you.
Stupid big horners were making noise all night again. Another human. One was enough. Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you. Humans are always staring at things. We Nightkin don't like being stared at. Is uncomfortable. It is different. Right now, I'm trying very hard to remain civil, and you're not making it easy with your incessant questions. Dr. Henry, he's one of you. Go speak with him instead of me. I represent the Nightkin. Marcus may lead this town, but the Nightkin listen to what I have to say. Doesn't mean I don't respect Marcus for what he's trying to do. However, he doesn't truly understand the difficulties of being a Nightkin. The stealth boys we use have cumulative adverse effects on our minds. Jacobstown was supposed to be a sanctuary, a place to find a cure. Instead, we wait and wait. I'm sick of waiting. Finally.
Better watch out. Lily's been babbling about her grandkids again.
Glad I left the outpost behind.
Someday, I miss being in the Master's army. Someday, I miss being in the Master's army. I hope it works out. Lily's been babbling about her grandkids again. No! Head voices don't talk to you, only to me! Go away, human. Someone's watching me. I can feel it. Better watch out. Lily's been babbling about her grandkids. So many staring eyes. Someone's watching me. I can feel it. Someday, I miss being in the Master's army. Someday, I miss being in the Master's army. Stupid big horners were making noise all night again. I hope it will snow later.
Now there goes the pain.
So many staring eyes. Someone's watching me. I can feel it.
Watch out.
Spotted some humans down the road. Could be great Khans again.
I'd heard there were new people in town, but I thought it was more super mutants. Nice to meet ya. I'm Calamity. Thank you. Change names and jobs every decade or so just to keep things interesting. I picked Calamity this time because it sounded nice. Never really done much science stuff till now. I'm pretty good at it. Or so Dr. Henry tells me. Prospectors looking for salvage, usually. They always run when they see the mutants. The great Khans come this way once in a while, but they keep their distance. I think they're mostly keeping an eye on us. Most of the time, I'm Dr. Henry's research assistant. We're looking into ways to cure the, I'm also handy with tools. And once in a while I venture down into the valley to trade the big horner hides and meat for supplies. All right. pleasure doing business with you. Let me take a look. Bye.
Hey there! I assume this is about something important? You're interrupting my research. The Nightkin have varying degrees of mental instability due to their addiction to stealth boy use. I've been trying to come up with a cure. I'm currently investigating the local Night Stalker population, since they seem to have developed a natural stealth field. I've also gotten my hands on a working Stealth Boy Mark II prototype, but that experiment is riskier. I'd rather not pursue that research just yet. The stealth field has been modulated to use less power and thus last longer, but for some reason it has pronounced negative effects on the user. However, these pronounced effects will allow me to pinpoint exactly what parts of the brain they're affecting. Unfortunately, I'll need to run the test on a live subject, and Marcus has encouraged me to investigate the Night Stalker mutation first. It's possible, but I've yet to see any hard evidence or hear of any cases where humans were negatively affected. Its negative effects are more pronounced on Nightkin. Because Marcus asked me to, and because it's a reason for me to get up in the morning, I'd like to get one more grand accomplishment done. If we must. Yes, specializing in neuroscience, both human and canine. Of course, this lab is nothing compared to what I had when I was with the Enclave. Yes, but the leadership and I didn't see eye to eye, so I left. It was the right decision, since the Enclave's oil rig was destroyed not long after. Cyberdogs and the like. It's not a field I work in much anymore. If we must. I prefer the solitude, and having a bunch of super mutants around tends to keep things safe and quiet. Thank you. I strongly suspect that the source of the mutation is artificial, but the super mutants found nothing. Your fresh eyes may do better. Lily might be interested in coming with you. She's lost a few of her bighorners to Night Stalker attacks, and would enjoy a little revenge. Yes, yes.
Evening.
Greetings, Wanderer. I'm Goris. I don't recall seeing your face in this area. Are you new here? A pleasure to make your acquaintance. It is uncommon to see new human faces in these parts. Should any questions arise, feel free to ask. It would be my pleasure to provide what answers I am able. Go ahead. The idea was Marcus's. He envisioned a sanctuary, a haven where mutants could find peace, far removed from the judgments of humankind. Naturally, this makes Jacobstown an ideal setting for my current studies, isolated, peaceful, and rich in subject matter. Marcus brings much-needed order to the fractured super mutants here. He is a capable and steady leader. Without him, there would be no Jacobstown. Of that, I have no doubt. More than a leader, Marcus is a friend. We've journeyed together, faced much, and in my time of need, he stood by me, alongside a few others whose kindness I carry with me still. The Wasteland is a harsh and unforgiving place. I do not fear it. But even so, there are moments when strength and intellect alone are not enough. No one survives it entirely on their own. When those moments come, there is no greater strength than that found in the company of friends. I am a wandering scholar, a student of the wasteland, if you may. I roam the wastes and study the different cultures that I come across. At the moment, I'm studying the culture of the super mutants, particularly the Nightkin. Beyond that, while I'm here, I also fill in as Doc Henry's second assistant whenever Calamity has to step away. I am nearing the end of my task. Once it is complete, I will return to the wastes. Yet, I find myself uncertain whether that is the best course at this moment. You see, the Nightkin here are rather unstable, and the rest of the super mutants only listen to Marcus. And since he's not leaving anytime soon, that leaves me with little but my own company. I can manage on my own, but I would prefer the company of companions over venturing into the wastes alone. Given the rising tension between Jacobstown and the NCR, perhaps it would be wiser to remain here, at least until tempers cool and the situation stabilizes. Okay. An intriguing proposition. However, I must decline for now. My studies require my full and undivided focus. As I have mentioned before, I do not believe it wise for me to depart while tensions with the NCR remain so precariously high. My absence could prove ill-timed. You would do well to speak with Marcus and the others here. They may have tasks more suited to your current path. I'm not quite sure if I understand what you mean by that. Me, a Deathclaw? I hope you haven't confused your stim packs for Jet.
Sure could use a drink.
Those robots on the strip, the Security droids or what have you, well, they've been acting different or something.
Jimmy! Little Jimmy! My, how you're grown up! So good of you to come visit your grandma. Oh, Jimmy, don't you go being silly now. Come over here and give your grandma some sugar. Oh, of course I have, dearie. How silly of me. I didn't take my medicine yet today. How can I help you? I watch over the bighorners. They're sweet, gentle creatures, but sometimes they get ornery, just like my grandkids. Ooh, those Night Stalkers, always killing my big hoarders. It'll be nice to give them a piece of my mind.
Let's kick this in gear. Well...
Well, if you insist. But Leo isn't going to like it much.
Let's deal. Let's see what you got.
Someday, I miss meeting the Master.
Is there something else I can do for you? There's still power, but the casing is cracked. I'm astonished that exposure to the stealth radiation could induce mutations so rapidly. More importantly, this explains why my research into this group of Night Stalkers hasn't come up with a cure for the Nightkin. There's only one avenue left for me. I need to run the Mark II test on Lily. It's the only way. Possibly immediate and permanent metal damage. There's a reason the Stealth Boy Mark IIs never got beyond the prototype stage. Lily already has a pre-existing condition, and the experiment will likely make things worse for her. Lily is eccentric, certainly, but I've never felt she was dangerous. More importantly, she asked if she could help me in some way. I've told her about the risks, and she still insists on helping me. I'll be waiting.
Ah, someone misses Grandma. Heavens to Betsy, but Mr. Benny met a nasty end. I hope you've realized, Pumpkin, that crime doesn't pay. Of course, dearie. I know it's dangerous, but it'll all turn out for the best. You'll see. I'll go to him now. It would be rude to keep him waiting.
The equipment is hooked up and ready. We can start the test as soon as you give me the go-ahead. Very well. Please stand back. I don't want any erroneous readings. You're welcome to stay and observe if you want, though. All right, power on the stealth boy, Lily. Let me go take a look around.
Feels strange. Strange, but good.
Interesting. Try thinking aggressive thoughts now. Think about smashing a rad scorpion.
Lily smash! Yeah!
How are those readings looking, Calamity?
Stealth field is stable, and the readings are clean. Gamma wave activity is 0. Odd, but everything looks right.
All right, we're done here. Go ahead and power the stealth boy down, Billy.
Oh, I liked having it on.
I'll get back to you on that in a moment, once I've analyzed the results.
Sure could use a drink.
Well, congratulations on getting the Mark II prototype functional, Doctor. Now, just hand it over, and we'll be on our way.
Keen has never liked me. If anyone can talk him into backing down, it'll have to be you.
My request is perfectly reasonable. Give us the stealth boy specs, and there will be no need for us to splatter the room with your insides. There are caches of stealth boys out there. With the Mark II in hand, it shouldn't be difficult to upgrade every one of them. Our lives, our decision to make. We're tired of sitting around in Jacobstown waiting for a cure. No, I didn't. Not until now, anyway. Very well, human. You've made your point, and I withdraw my request.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up no more. Nice work with the Nightkin. I've never seen anyone able to talk their kind out of anything once they had their mind set to it. I got a lot of useful data from the experiment, and am a lot closer to a cure than before. It's occurred to me that this brief test might not yield a cure anytime soon. However, if Lily were to continue to wear the prototype, I'm close to the cure. I can feel it. Lily's continued help will give me the last bit of data that I need. Permanent damage to her mind is a certainty. Even the cure won't help her. That's brilliant. Simple yet elegant. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Ah, it's you again. How may I help?
Move along, please.
Bother someone else. I don't want anything to do with you. Watching me. I can feel it. Someone's watching me. I can feel it. You think Marcus could get us some miniguns? Be so long.
Got a problem. Could use your help. Been having trouble with NCR mercs harassing the town, and they just showed up again. Killing our bighorners, shooting at the lodge, that sort of thing. It's getting hard to keep people from retaliating. Guess I can't say for sure if they're NCR. Wherever they are, they want us dead or gone. Not looking to fight. That'll give NCR an excuse to come up here and wipe us out. You're human. They might be willing to listen to what you have to say. Maybe. I'm not asking you to kill them. Just talk them into leaving. Hell, pay them off if you have to. Thanks.
Muties aren't so tough if you've got the firepower. It's much cooler up here. I love it.
Our business is with the Muties, not you. Just doing what I'm paid to do. Harass the Muties until they leave or attack us. If they leave, we'll let them go. If they attack, we wipe them out. Either way, the job's not done until they're cleared out of the town. Won't name names, but some important folks in the NCR are sick of Muties attacking their Brahmin herds. They want them gone from NCR territory. Maybe this group had something to do with attacking Brahmin, maybe not. Doesn't matter. We're getting paid to make them go away. I've always known when to fight and when to back down, and it seems to me I ought to back down this time. My men and I are leaving. You won't see us around here again.
Probably should check my gear again, just to be safe. Hey.
I like how you handled Keen. Without the Nightkin around, Jacobstown would be much weaker than it is. See you. See you. Something on your mind? Smart, charismatic, hell of a mean streak. Doesn't care for humans, prefers fighting them to talking. He's got a lot of pull with Nightkin, though. He talks, they listen. Was hoping he could draw the Nightkin to Jacobstown. Keen is saner than most, but I know he's thinking of going his own way again. He's aggressive, impatient, can't stand sitting around. Because of a promise, one I haven't been able to keep. The Nightkin all suffer from schizophrenia. It's the stealth boys they use, or used to use. Nightkin have a hard time being seen like normal folks. Can't stand it. A few already left to try and find more stealth boys. Miserable situation. They either stay here and suffer, or dig up stealth boys and lose their minds. Not much of a choice. That happens, there's a good chance other Nightkin will follow. It'll make it hard to get a cure to them. Worse, if Keen and the Nightkin tear up the Mojave hunting for stealth boys, people are gonna get killed. Most humans can't tell the difference between mutants. Might come here looking for payback. That's like saying Caesar and Kimball would listen to each other. Nightkin don't have a lot of trust for others, mutants included. All right. Good. Glad you didn't kill them. Letting them walk away proves we're not bloodthirsty mutants. If NCR or anybody else is looking for an excuse to attack Jacobstown, they're not gonna get it from us. See you.
A cure for the Nightkin is supposed to be on the way. Spotted some humans down the road. Could be great cards out there.
Ah, it's you again. How may I help? I heard that you've helped Marcus in diffusing a rather precarious dilemma with those NCR mercenaries, in a diplomatic manner nonetheless. That was very noble of you. Very well then, I shall take you up on your offer. Besides, I've finished my last task here. I'm ready to leave at any time. I would be honored to accompany you.
Move along, please.
How curious. Is there something you desire, Wanderer? Go ahead. Okay. How curious. Is there something you desire, Wanderer? Go ahead. I apologize for not being forthcoming, but please understand, it was never out of malice. My reasons were not driven by ill intent. There is much animosity between humans and Deathclaws. Few, if any, are willing to accept one of us as an ally. Actions speak louder than words. I wanted you to see with your own eyes that I stand with you, that a Deathclaw is capable of friendship with humans. Yes, it was the Enclave. They sought to forge a legion of Deathclaws, experimenting with cognitive enhancements, attempts to control minds and twist the very essence of our being. Their goal was to make us intelligent enough to follow orders, but not so intelligent as to question or disobey them. A twisted form of control, one that sought to shape us into tools rather than beings of our own will. That is where my pack came into being, enslaved with no freedom of choice. In the end, they were exterminated by the same humans who had bound them in chains. As far as I know, I am the last of my pack. I have encountered no others, and it seems my kin were lost to the ravages of time and cruelty. I suppose it was nothing more than sheer luck. We had taken refuge within a vault, hidden away from the world. Then, one day, a tribal appeared, along with Marcus and the others. With their help, we were able to restore the vault's damaged main computer. In return, we provided them with the Gek, an artifact they had searched tirelessly for across the wasteland. As part of my own scholarly pursuit, I traveled with them on their return. But as we journeyed through the wastes, a sudden sense of danger for my pack overwhelmed me. I knew I had to return swiftly. By the time I reached the vault, it was already too late. All that remained was silence. Not a single life had been spared. Now that you mention it, it is entirely possible there could have been another survivor. One whose fate remains unknown as mine once did. Ah, I recall now. My tribal companion once spoke of encountering another intelligent Deathclaw during the infiltration of the Enclave's Navarro base. It's a curious thought. Could there be more of us out there? It's possible. Perhaps he was left behind in Navarro, forgotten amidst the chaos. Maybe, in the wake of the NCR's assault on the base, they found him and hid him away in secret. A concealed fate lost to history. When you consider the matter, a battalion of Deathclaws would undoubtedly shift the balance of power in the NCR's favor against the Legion. Such a force could change the tides of war. Tell me, my friend, do you believe the NCR would go so far as to replicate the Enclave's actions, engineering their own Deathclaw troops, should the opportunity present itself? A curious thought. But for now, we should press forward.
This is Radio New Vegas, and I'm your host, Mr. New Vegas. And in case you're wondering if you've come to the right place, you have. It's just about time to get you some news. Refugees at Bitter Springs are giving startling accounts of the legate known as Lanius, who is said to be Caesar's top field commander. One refugee told us the legate took over an underperforming squad of troops by beating its commander to death in full view of everyone. The legate then ordered a tenth of his own force be killed by Those were our top stories. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination. And especially if your spurs go jingle, 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 and you get nice yells along the way.
I will do
Guess
my
they got
best
rattled.
to look inconspicuous.
As I go right merrily along. They sing, oh, ain't you glad you single? And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Very well. I'll hang back and approach from another angle when the time is right.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, I got spurs that jingle, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, right merrily as I go right merrily along. Oh, ain't you glad and you got spurs that jingle, I got spurs that jingle, as I go right merrily along. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad and that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Glad I left the outpost behind.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. If you like news, you're gonna love our next segment. The death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where Legion raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. In addition, Frem formally sworn a new sheriff today. RNV reporters were on hand to hear the new sheriff address the crowd.
Howdy do, folks. I'm Sheriff Myers. Be good, or I'll shoot you dead.
Promotional consideration for this news program has been paid for by the Ultralux. The Ultralux. Live life in the lap of luxury. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
Welcome, sir or madam. Do you wish to purchase something? I am ready to process our transaction.
Somebody whisper, please adore me. And when I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone. Without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. New Vegas. Thank you very, very much for listening. Here are our top stories. The Helios 1 solar power plant remains dormant despite NCR's effort to reactivate the facility. The chief scientist
Come back and see us again soon.
blaming it on an atmosphere of, quote, severe underappreciation. Also in the headlines, the death toll continues to climb around Camp Forlorn Hope, where
Let's
Legion
deal.
raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. The news has been brought to you by the Vicky
Let's deal.
Advance Casino. Vicky Advance, be our partners in crime. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Now come on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On silver spoon, he melts my foolish heart every single scene. Though I'm aware
Welcome, sir or madam.
about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of will it ever flaw this odd diversity of
Come back and see us again soon.
quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the
Howdy, folks. It's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening.
Makes sense to me.
Very well.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Welcome back. It's been a pleasure.
Good to see a friend of our government.
You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. So there's just one more safe to crack? Hope you can get to it. Say what you will about the two leading ladies. They watch their lockers like crows. Still, you got one, so the other might not be impossible. If you get both, then let's talk. And I appreciate you putting yourself at risk like this. Thanks. All right, then. Let's roll out, then.
Very well, let us proceed.
Man, I thought those tin cans of Mr. Houses were tough before. Have you seen the shit they can do now?
Thank God the followers are here. I'd probably be dead now if it weren't for their doctors.
Need a
Safe
bodyguard?
travel through Freeside.
I'm hit!
I heard some squatters talking about some fancy pants rangers coming in the area soon. Like we need more NCR here.
That prick Denny had it coming.
Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Is that loaded? Let me try it.
Well, hello, pretty lady.
Make a brief stop at the Atomic Wrangler, where the booze
You
is
want
cheaper,
someone
the
dead?
tables more friendly,
Really dead?
and the women are just like the food.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to search you before letting you in. The only weapons allowed on the premises are the ones we're selling. It should only take a moment. There, I've stowed all of your weapons. You're clear to enter. When you leave, I'll hand them all back to you.
The bosses are having a meeting. You'll have to wait until it's over.
Mr. Soren, please get to the point. The second half of your payment is late, and I want to know why.
Miss Van Graff, my associates and I have decided that we wish to renegotiate the terms of our deal.
Might I ask for what reason? The shipment was delivered. The guns were tested before leaving this facility.
Regardless, we feel that the quality of the weapons is below expectation and hope to adjust the price accordingly.
Ah, I think I understand what the issue here is. Excuse me for a moment, would you? Jean-Baptiste, could you bring out the volunteer? This is a lesson, Mr. Soren. A lesson in faith.
What is this, Miss Van Graff? I don't understand. Who is this man? What does this have to do with our deal?
Everything. Up until recently, this man was an employee of mine. He's quite handsome, don't you think? I know I did. We became close.
Caravan of two now.
I warned him that I was a very jealous woman, and he said he understood. Apparently he didn't. Last week, I chanced upon him in Gomorrah, being serviced by one of their two-cab whores. I was not pleased. I tell you all this because I want you to know that this man means a great deal to me. Do it. Never break faith with the Van Graffs, Mr. Soren. I expect you'll have the rest of our payment ready tomorrow morning. Okay, everyone. Show's over. Back to work.
I think he wet himself before he left. That was pretty good, making up that part about Jacob. You did make that part up, right, Glory? Damn it, girl. What has Mama always said about tipping the help? I thought this was about him stealing money from us.
He was stealing money, though he could have kept it for all I cared. God knows he earned it. Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you? Not at all. Yes, it is. My brother and I run this particular branch, but our family has operations all over, particularly in California. Look around, and you'll notice two things. First, we don't lack for security. I'm not worried about anyone breaking in here or stealing our goods. Not that we don't occasionally have attempts, but even those prove useful. Do you know how much target dummies cost? Back to my point. The second thing you'll notice is that we do not sell cheap merchandise. Everything here is second to none. People who buy Van Graff goods typically don't care where they have to go to get them. Oh, there's not much to tell. I was born into a big family and don't get along with my parents. So here I am, as far away from them as possible. This place is certainly lively, that's for sure. Did you want to know something specific about it? Well, you probably noticed the Atomic Wrangler across the street. That's pretty much the place to go around here. They make it a little loud around here at night, but the business their proximity brings more than makes up for it. Other than them, you're better off skipping Freeside entirely and just heading to the Strip. Ah, the rulers of Freeside. The Kings are a bunch of boys who refuse to grow up, and this is their playground. Their leader seems different, though. The few times I've dealt with him, I've been impressed, despite myself. Unfortunately, he rarely acts. The Kings believe that everyone in Freeside can do whatever they want, provided they can back it up with force. Which suits us just fine. When we first arrived in Freeside, the Kings protested when we kicked out the original occupant of this establishment. When we reduced several of their members to glowing puddles of goo, their objections vanished. Since then, we've left each other alone. I don't really have much to do with them. They seem to have an aversion to weapons technology, and those who possess a great deal of it. Their loss, really. Suits me. What did you have in mind? There are chief competitors in this region and many others. That makes them our enemies. While I respect their business acumen, I'm obligated to try to destroy them however I can. That's business, after all. You must not know a lot about my family, or you wouldn't have asked that. The Van Graffs and the NCR have been enemies for decades. They've tried to block our expansion for years, but we've managed to grow regardless. The problem is, they have too. The NCR is huge now. We're talking on a scale that's difficult to imagine. Time was, we could fight them and hold our own. Not so anymore. My family has enough men and guns to field a small army, but the NCR can field a really, really big army. Fighting them is out of the question now. I've only heard rumors, since this is the furthest east our operations go, but the rumors are pretty scary. They're said to be a huge slaver nation, with all the soldiers obeying their lord with unquestioning obedience. Sounds like a man I'd like to meet. Very little, same as everyone else. We attempted to deal with him when we first moved into the area, but had no luck. He must have his own weapons supplies to keep as many laser-armed robots operational as he does. Makes me wonder where they are. Later. Welcome to the Silver Rush, where only top-of-the-line energy weapons can be found. What can I do for you? Of course. Later.
Get the fuck away from me. The last man who bothered me volunteered to help test our weapons.
All right. Give a yell if there's trouble.
I shall remain here until your return. You will find me waiting.
One wrong move and you're ash, pal. You want to chat, talk to the owners.
You find any evidence yet? I'm not gonna wait forever. No shit. There it is. The blood, the motive, as clear as day. They must have penned these with snake venom. But we got it. Now what? Sure, this damns them, but only if someone listens. Well, Jackson and the Mojave outpost could get it to the folks in the west. I wouldn't trust anyone closer to the Colorado. And the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs have their heart back west. Not sure it'll do any good, though. All right, let's do it. Listen to what he has to say. Let's roll out, then.
Very well, let us proceed.
Hey.
Let's see what you got.
Hungry? Thirsty? Horny? The Atomic Wrangler has you covered.
Don't mind trailblazing as long as we got the ammo. And whiskey.
You know, I tried to measure my charisma on a Vitomatic vigor tester once. The machine burst into flames. This just in. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. One more story for you. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. We'll have more news for you at the top of the hour. Gonna play a song for you right now, and it's about that special someone you find only once in a blue moon.
The Ranger vets are on their way from Baja.
We won't go
I've
quietly.
never seen one before.
The Legion can
but I
count
heard
on
the
it.
2 nails and stuff.
take me forget my sorrow. So when I wake tomorrow, I'll know
Had enough?
It's me again, Mr. New Vegas, reminding you that you're nobody till somebody loves you. And that somebody is me. I love you. And now the news. Unconfirmed reports say NCR General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Jim McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority. Would not be unexpected. In other news, rumors persist about a super mutant refuge nestled high in the sea lodge in the northwest. If you should find it, do not, repeat, do not belittle a super mutant for taking the bunny slope. You know, I think all knows, whether it's good or bad, brings us closer together. Don't you? Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? Come on, you don't have to be shy. I'm feeling between us two. Sometimes you
I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm
Let's paint this place red.
of it, but must admit had about the boy. Silver stream, he melts my foolish heart. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are bad about the boy.
Damn! You like that?
Diversity of misery and joy. I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about
get some typically up right up. Citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the driven droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying candid security is well worth the price of admission.
Had enough!
Patrons of the Ultra are questioning whether its pricey restaurant, the Goris, is overstating the fullness of its waitlist. Those who claim to have dined at the restaurant find the food appealing, but say many tables remain empty. That news is brought to you by the Tops Casino. You dig us, baby. We're the Tops. In New Vegas, we know the pain that numbers can bring us. Well, so this guy mentioned this guy. Heartache by the number.
God damn it! I was nodding off until you barged in here, and I don't hurt when I sleep. Just give me some goddamn Med-X and fuck off, will ya? I don't know. I just love it here. What the fuck do you think, asshole? Prize for second place was I got to live, but they beat my fucking legs with hammers. I'm fucking crippled, get it? Then you're a fucking dream come true, ain't you? How much you gonna give me? 5 doses? Nice. Later. God damn it! I was nodding off until you barged in here, and I don't hurt when I sleep. Just give me some goddamn Med-X and fuck off, will ya? The Legion happened. What the fuck's it look like? Luck, that's how. I'm just that fucking lucky. You're looking at the second place winner of the Nipton lottery. That asshole Swanick took first place, so him they let walk. It ain't like we came to Nipton to play it. Me and my crew had it worked out to kidnap some NCR troopers who come to town to get laid. Had it all worked out with the scumbag mayor. We were gonna ransom them off, keep their weapons for ourselves, a nice score. We get in position, and next thing we know, we're surrounded by those fucking Legion freaks. They dragged us and everybody else into the center of town. And that asshole with a dog on his head, he starts talking about how we're bad people. He said we needed to be punished for what we did. Not all of us, but some of us. And then he gives everyone a fucking lottery ticket. What do you think? He started drawing tickets and that's how people got punished. First up was the lucky losers. They got decapitated. Guess that's lucky cause it's pretty quick. Then came the crucifixions. God damn, but those went on and on and on. Third place runners-up got enslaved. I got the fuck beat out of my legs, and the winner, they let go free. Him? When his ticket came up, they burned him alive on a pile of tires. Yeah, a bunch of those Legion fucks dragged him off right away. They were headed east, if you're feeling heroic. Don't act like you'd be doing me a favor. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. I just love it here. What the fuck do you think, asshole? Prize for second place was I got to live, but they beat my fucking legs with hammers. I'm fucking crippled, get it? Then you're a fucking dream come true, ain't you? How much you gonna give me? 5 doses? Nice. A fella could put himself out of his misery with 5 doses. Later.
Very well. I'll hang back and approach from another angle when the time is right.
Hey there.
That's all she wrote.
We won't go quiet. The Legion can count on that.
Very well.
Let's distribute the weight. Let's deal.
Been doing a lot of good work out there. All right, then. Dismissed.
Let's deal.
The Ranger vets are on their way from Baja. Never seen one before, but I've heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
Feels good not to have to drag a Brahmin train across the Mojave.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment. Take care. Cool your heels over in the barracks if you want.
We won't go quiet. The Legion can count
Patrolling the
on that.
Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. Hey.
Very well.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
The Ranger vets are away from Baja. Never seen them before. But I heard they chew nails and spit napalm.
Got it. Let's hit the road.
Appreciate the help. What is it? Let me see. All right, this explains a lot of the lost caravans. I thought it was Legion work, but... I can, if you make me a promise. I need you to swear you won't take revenge on Gloria or Alice. If you do, then your case is over, and we can't see that justice is done. I know some things are hard to let go, but you and Miss Cassidy need to understand that. Hear me? I can promise that. What happens after? Not even God himself could move the Congress in or out of session. And this is a tricky matter. God, what a mess. People turning against each other when the Mojave's at risk of falling? If the Republic's sinkhole progress doesn't kill us, greed will. Thanks for bringing me this. I know revenge must have been tempting. For what it's worth, I appreciate you didn't shed any more blood. We need to save our strength for the Legion. I'll do what I can, and those folks that got killed need to be answered for.
Well, that's settled, I suppose. Feels... I don't know. I guess I feel relieved. I don't know what I feel. Wait, that's not true. I think the NCR back west, when riled, is going to be the worst enemy the Van Graffs and the Crimson Caravan ever had. They're all so mired in procedure and paper out there. The kind of evidence we gave is going to be worse than shooting them. I think that settles accounts with me, and my men. That was some tricky political maneuvering, but worth it, even if it takes a few years. Ask him then. Sounds good to me. All right then.
Very well, let us proceed.
It won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Things are getting stranger every day.
Evening.